Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to a new DC live stream with a special episode on my top altcoins for 2023. So if you've been around the last 12 months, you would have known that 2022 was a pretty bloody month. No matter what coin you are holding, this is the result of a bear market. Even if you're not in cryptocurrency, you're in stock market, most things are down in 2022. So I'm here to give you a little bit of light, shining light at the end of the tunnel, and go through my favorite picks of coins that should do amazingly well in 2023. And I will give you the reasons why when I am going through it. So without further ado, let's start off with coin number one. So I've spoken about this coin a couple of times in previous live streams. It is quite a fairly new coin, and it is a coin that is around a a hard wallet. So Trust Wallet, a new company that came out in sort of February 2021. You can see that it had a pretty zigzaggy and tumultuous year over 2021 and 2022. It formed this ascending triangle, and if you've been watching my live streams quite religiously, you can see that we're currently retesting the top of this ascending triangle. So I would have thought that we had a little bit more support than where we are right now, but this is obviously due to the volatility and the decline in the Bitcoin price, because really Bitcoin is the godfather. If that goes down, most 99% of coins are going to suffer, because people don't have faith in the crypto market, especially if the big dog himself is struggling. So right now we are seeing a bit of a sell-off in Trust Wallet. But I do see this as a great opportunity, because this wallet has been well recognized, especially since the collapse of FTX, Celsius, Luna over the past year. And you can see that we had a decent rally ever since that news about FTX back in early November. It is having a bit of a retracement here, but if I do throw on some of my indicators, I do think that it has a great opportunity in 2023. Not only are we sort of hovering around support right now, I'm personally dollar cost averaging into this coin, but a lot of my indicators are showing that we are kind of in this oversold territory right now. So it is not a bad time to dollar cost average into it. This is not financial advice. This is obviously what I'm doing. I did have, like I said, some buy orders around this price. I'm going to continuously buy this, even if it does drop back down to about $1. But I do believe in security, and I think that having a diversified portfolio in the crypto sphere, not just coins that have use case, but also investing in companies such as security companies or companies that are very trustworthy, is a great opportunity to get your foot into the door. You can see that, as I mentioned before, that it had quite a volatile 2021 and 2022. If we map out, let me just remove some of these vertical lines. It was probably showcasing some relationship between stochastic RSI. So let me point out one thing that is always important. So if we look back at the all-time high of Bitcoin, which was on November 8 last year, where's my vertical line? Geez, there we go. So November 8, 2021, let's have a look, it's right here. Boom, close enough. This was the all-time high of Bitcoin. You can see that obviously it started pulling back, much like obviously Bitcoin did, then had another secondary rally, had another pullback, and so forth. But it's held up quite well for a coin that has been through a bear market. So we've been going through a bear market for this last year. And it's still up since the all-time high. So Let's go from here to the current price action to give you a percentage. So the percentage of Trust Coin is up 13% since the all-time high, whereas most coins have obviously suffered since the all-time high back in 2021, November 8th, 2021. So I do like this coin. I feel like we're approaching a lot of support. You can see that a lot of volume was traded around this price. Let me do a quick fixed range profile of this entire price structure. So we can see the price point at which Trust Wallet was traded at. All right, so we have a point of control down here at 33 cents. If it came down there, geez, I'd be buying up a lot. But we do have a value area high at about $1.07. So that makes me think, good, the price is probably going to continue coming back down to about $1.07, and we should find some support around here, which is good as well, because we can clearly see that we had a lot of support around 2021, around that price range. Same again in 2022, and most recently it was resistance, but then once again turned into support. So we should, if we do come back down to about $1.06, we're going to see some support in Trust Wallet. Now, if Bitcoin has a complete collapse to that $10,000 level, then we're probably going to see a lot of altcoins being murdered, and we possibly could come back down to the 30-cent mark, which is the point of control. But that being said, I do have some good faith in Trust Wallet. I think it's a great project, great wallet to have. I have it myself. And I think it's going to do very well in 2023. Alrighty, let me quickly just check if we have any comments. No comments, I'm going to continue going. Alrighty, my next coin for 2023 is Atom. Atom has always had a pretty good reputation in the space. Let me just pop it on the weekly scale. Let me remove this old fib, like so. All right, we can see that Atom has been trading around about $9. Has a lot of value in regards to the types of protocols that are created on Cosmos, also known as Cosmos. You might know it as Cosmos, but we can clearly see right here on the weekly scale we are in the oversold territory. The MACD has changed its histogram color to a light colored pink, even though the week is not finished. Right now, we have a very nice anchor wave and possibly forming a trigger wave here on the weekly, which is fantastic. So let's move into the daily. Let's see how much lower we might see Atom and where are going to be some good buying opportunities. All right, so on the daily scale, we are overbought. So we're probably finding a bit of sell action, which is what's currently occurring. We are at a high value node of this region, but the thing is, when you create these fixed range profiles, which is where you get to see the value of where most of the coin was traded, it'll tend to copy the value area from where I drew it on the previous chart. So because I drew it in the previous chart on TWT, it's kind of just giving me the same date. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to just quickly do it to the full cycle look. Sorry about that. I'm on my laptop, so things are a little bit harder. All right, so we can see that during the entire trading range since its inception back in April, and it was probably a little bit earlier than this. This is obviously Cosmos on the Binance chain. I haven't looked at it on any other chain, but we can see we have some support around $5.26. Now, once again, if Bitcoin does have a bit of a sell-off, I will probably be having some buy orders around $5.32 because we have a lot of trading around here. It was resistance, and then obviously we blew through for the bull run. We've had support down here on June 19th when we sort of had that collapse due to the Ukraine and Russia war being brought to light. And I do think if the sell-off does continue, we should form a bit of a double bottom here. Even if it is temporary, we should see a bounce from Atom around about that price range. So this is another token that I feel is going to have a lot of value. Even if we buy between $5.39 and even its low range of $1.17, which you should always be dollar cost averaging, and no matter if you are looking to hold this thing long term or even a short term, dollar cost average, especially if you're a leveraged trader, it's always a great way to average your buying. A lot of people tell me, yeah, but what if I was to, buy 10,000 now and it went up, I lost all this certain value. It's like, yeah, but what you want to do when you are a retail trader, you want to minimize your downside swings. And by dollar cost averaging, you're not only improving your average buy rate, but as the price starts increasing exponentially, you can also dollar cost average on the way up and start taking out the profits that you obviously were making when you dollar cost averaged in at a low price. So anyways, that being said, I like Atom. I think it's got a lot of possibility of doing really well once again in 2023. Buy orders under $5.30 seems to be a good spot, and I do think it's going to do quite well once again in 2023. Alrighty, moving on, we have Matic. So Matic is one of those coins that we've talked about a fair bit on this channel. It's held up quite well during this bear market. Most altcoins, as I've said, have lost about 99% of its value, and from the all-time high to the low, we had Matic go down about 88%, which is quite good. So right now, even though we went all the way down to 89%, we're currently looking at about a 74% retracement since we're looking at a 74% retracement from all-time high to current price action. All right, let's look at some of the indicators. Let me go to a weekly scale. All right, just make this a little bit easier to see. All right. So what we have here is we have the stochastic RSI moving averages moving down quite sharply. So it looks like it wants to have a bit of a sell-off. The MACD looks to be crossing over to the downside, which is always means it's going to be a bit of a nasty fall. We have the RSI now below the RSI moving average, which is that yellow line. And we are just entering the red money flow here on market cipher B. So it looks like Matic does want to push to the downside. So where could we see Matic have a bit of support? So let's just bring this fixed range indicator from the commencement of the bull market, here the bull market for Matic, so around about 28th of December 2020. We can see that we're back into the value area of the Matic trading zone. We have a point of control down here at 3 cents. Now, if we can get Matic at that price, that would be pretty ridiculous, but I don't think we're going to get that lucky. Let me just throw on a couple of fib retracements. Let's see what we can do here. See if we can find ourselves some support for Matic. Alrighty, so Matic has already been supported by the 85% retracement. We actually even went a little bit lower than that. It was probably due to all the trading that we had here. I do see a fair few stops, and this is obviously because I've done TA on this multiple times in the past. I've got some buy orders at 21 cents, 10 cents, 6.6 cents, 4.5 cents, and 3.8 cents. More importantly, we could also look at actually, you know what, this right here, we had a lot of trading volume around about, which is the second most trading volume, which is around about 13 cents for Matic. So a lot of people are talking about a possible, multi-year bear market. And if that is the case, then yes, a lot of these altcoins are going to bleed even more. So we can look for like much lower prices. And this is the thing. This is why when you're on a centralized exchange and you're putting in these limit orders, you can put them in and they may never get filled, but it's always good to have these limit orders, scattered around just in case we do have a bit of a flash crash. You can obviously grab a lot of these tokens for a very cheap price, and and obviously do really well for the next bull market. So I do see a lot of potential in Matic. It's one of the biggest blockchains. It's in the top 10 of CoinMarketCap. It has a very good community. It's got a lot of use cases. We're going to cover one of the biggest decentralized exchanges, which is on the Matic chain in a second, which I also think is going to be a great buying opportunity. I just want to remind everyone that this is not financial advice. This is my own coins that I'm looking to purchase. All I want to do is relay you some information today on why I'm buying these coins and some of the price points that I'm looking to grab some of these altcoins at. Alrighty, let's move on to my next coin, and that is Uniswap. So because of all the drama through centralized exchanges this year, I think there's going to be a big push for DeFi in the coming year. A lot of people are going to start removing their coins off centralized exchanges, using decentralized exchanges, so they can continuously be in the crypto market, but also be custodians of their own crypto, utilizing things such as MetaMask or other forms of wallet that allow you to connect to Uniswap. Let's have a quick look at what Uniswap, what other, let's have a Uniswap. Let's have a look when I go to connect to Uniswap, what other wallets allow you to do so. Okay, let's go to Uniswap, go to launch app, and I'll go connect wallet. So we've got Wallet Connect, Coinbase Wallet, Formatic, Portis. Okay, so we have a lot of options here for people to be their own custodial of their crypto. If you are using any of these, make sure you try and connect your Ledger, Trezor, or any other cold storage wallet that you want to store your crypto on, and connect these to your interfaces that connect to these websites. It's really important you do so. But I do think that Uniswap being one, I think if not the largest crypto or decentralized crypto exchange, it's not a bad token to have. I have heard rumors as well that they're looking for token holders to possibly also be profit shareholders for transactions that occur on Uniswap. So a lot of new exchanges are doing that, where they're giving back to their community. So you're able to earn dividends from all the transactions occurring on there. If that does occur, then I do believe that the price of Uniswap is going to soar, because it's going to be a method of passive income for a lot of people investing in the token price of Uniswap. We can see that right now we have the value area low of the range at about $3.31. So I've got some buy orders obviously around there. We're below the point of control right now. It looks like Uniswap is going to continue having a bit of a sell-off on the weekly. We are in the heavy red money flow, stochastic RSI moving to the downside, where we have the RSI below the moving average, which is quite bearish. Let's move over to the daily. On the daily, stochastic RSI moving to the downside. We've just entered the red money flow on market cipher B. If I expand MACD, so the MACD, we've had a bit of a fake out. We started creating a few lighter colored histograms, and we've just had a red candle, which kind of means that maybe this week we might have a bit more of a sell-off in all digital assets right before New Year's. And this could obviously be a bit of a contagion. I will check Bitcoin at the end of this. I will check on the hash ribbons indicator, because we were having a capitulation event because the turning off of the miners. I will check that at the end of this stream before I let you guys go. So as I said, Uniswap, I've got a big belief in it. I think it's going to be utilized even more into the future, especially as more centralized exchanges do collapse. So keep an eye out for Uniswap. Alrighty, the next one on my list is QuickSwap, which is one of the biggest exchanges on the Matic network, if not the biggest. The all-time high for QuickSwap was around $900, if I'm correct. Yeah. So we can see here the price on the 9th of August 2021, so a month before the all-time high, it was at $873, and now currently trading at $46. Now, once again, we're probably going to see lower prices on this. It's very hard to tell you what prices we could possibly see for this, because there's not enough history for QuickSwap, but they do have a lot of partnerships coming up with some of the investment opportunities that we invest in at Breakout Solutions. So we've got a little bit of inside info of partnerships being very fruitful for not only the tokens that we're looking on the Matic network, but also for QuickSwap. So once again, I can't really give you a price point of where I'm looking to purchase, but because I dollar cost average, I know I'm going to get a decent price. So you're probably going to get lower prices than 37.30 at some point. If we do zoom into the daily, let's have a look. Yeah, it's looking pretty nasty on all fronts. So we're probably going to see a bit more of a sell-off with QuickSwap and all other digital assets. But yeah, I do see a lot of potential in this because it is one of the larger decentralized exchanges out there. Alrighty, so let's have a look if we have any comments. We don't have any comments. So guys, I will do a couple of coins. I did get asked a couple of tokens from some members, so just bear with me so I can jump into these DMs to see what these coins were once again, so I can check them out. Alrighty, we had. Yeah, it was on my messenger. Let's go. Let's go back and let's go here. Alrighty, so I'm going to look at what am I going to look at? Doge. Alrighty, people seem to love Doge, so let's check out Doge. So because Tesla is doing quite poorly, I would assume that Doge is going to follow suit. We seem to have a bit of a mini head and shoulders here, or even a descending triangle. You can look at a few different patterns right here. So let's go with the descending triangle, which is a bearish pattern right here. So zing, and then we go here. Boom. All right. So if we are going to follow the patterns, structural integrity and what actually occurs when these patterns do play out, now might not be such a bad time to short Doge. Actually, let's have a look, because looks like we're breaking down the support. So let's have a look. All right, Doge looks like it wants to come all the way back down to about 3 cents. So let's see if I have anything else that has a bit of confluence around 3 cents. Alrighty, let me just remove this fixed range indicator. Okay, let me get my fib retracements. We can draw a couple of fibs. So we have this first fib. Okay, we've gone past all the major supports. So let's go to our next major fib right here. Still well below any support. And let's go here for another fib, also well below. And let's do it from the COVID dump right here. All right, so it looks like Doge has taken a bit of a hit. What I can possibly see is if I do a fixed range profile for this trading range here that we had back here. So I'm going to go boom, boom, boom. Okay, we have a point of control. Look, we're gonna find some support around around this 5 to 6 cents mark, because we've had a lot of trading here, we had a lot of trading here, so maybe we don't break below. But this is obviously where the descending triangle pattern is wanting to go. That's obviously that's how you draw patterns. But there was another pattern that I did see, which may not make it such a bad drop from where we are. And this is this mini sort of head and shoulders right here. So if I take this line that I created for the descending triangle, and now I take the vertical distance between the top of the head and the necklines, like so. Yeah, there we go. And now bring that over to the breakdown. All right, this is probably a little bit more confluence of where we might see the price go. So about, just under 5 cents, which would also mean we could grab a lot of the liquidity from most people that'll think that if we break below this price point, where are we? Let me find a horizontal ray. There we go. So from this low point right here, what we'll tend to do is a lot of people will tend to panic sell, thinking, oh, we're creating a lower low and it's just going to break down. But what happens is there'll be a lot of liquidity below. What price point is that? 4.9 cents. And we should see a reaction from this price point. Not only do we have the horizontal support line, we have a swing failure pattern of the low that we create on the 18th of June, and we could see a decent buyback for Dogecoin around this price point. Don't quote me on it. This is what I just see as a trader. I'd have to obviously check what my other indicators are saying at that time. But right now, it looks like Doge is going to continuously have a bit of a sell-off since the Elon Twitter drama continues. Because if he steps down as CEO, then the person coming in may not see the point of actually introducing cryptocurrencies as a two-tip on people's tweets. So at the end of the day, it doesn't have a whole lot of use case, all right, apart from just being a meme coin. So it's one of those speculative coins where, yes, you're kind of buying into the hype in the community around Doge. It has a great community, or big community, but it's just one of those things where you're taking a bit of a gamble on it. All right, no comments. So let me just continue with the last coin. We have BSV. I'm not a BSV fan because it was created by Craig Wright, the guy that claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto. So there we go, BSV. There we go. And KuCoin, let's have a look at this. I can tell you what, this fake Bitcoin isn't going to look too good, especially if Bitcoin is not doing too well. So currently trading at $40. It had an all-time high back in 2021 of $496. It's not looking good on any scale, if I'm honest. Where could we see some support? Well, it's different because we can see we've had these sort of scam weeks. All right, so we've had these huge scam weeks. So it's hard to give you a very good price prediction of where BSV could go, but it's definitely not a coin that I hold. So Stochastic RSI is turning down. We're in the heavy red money flow. I can see the VWAP about to cross over. We don't have any bullish divergences present yet. What we would need is a lower low than the previous low of $34, and we would need the RSI to keep a higher low than the previous low. So whoops, let me just click back in here. So on the RSI, what we would need for this line to stay higher than the previous low right here for us to have a bullish divergence, and the price would need to make a lower low. So we don't have that just yet, so I wouldn't be touching BSV just now, and not ever. That's just a personal thing from me. Alrighty, guys, I've been going for about 27 minutes, so I think that's plenty of stuff for me that I've got covered. So thank you once again for watching my altcoin live stream. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll be happy to answer them, and I will catch you next week at the same time for our altcoin technical analysis video. Bye for now.